Hello everyone and welcome to another Feed Army video. My name is Emmanuel and in this video we will be talking about Google Shopping annotations. Annotations are basically tags or extra features that you can see on the shopping ads or on the free listings. This can be visible on the normal web search, on Google Shopping, images, etc. So what I will do now is actually talk you through all the different annotations and what you need to do to activate them. However, there may be new features or new annotations in the future, so obviously this video cannot cover it, but I will add them in the article written. And if there are many new annotations, for example in a couple of years, I will create another video talking about the extra annotations available. The first annotation we will be talking about are the sale prices. When you get a sale price, you can see a tag on your ad or on your free listing in the left corner. To enable this, what you need to do is submit a sale price. So as you can see here, when you go to products, all products, this is in Google Merchant Center Classic, but it's the same if you go into Google Merchant Center Next. You can go to products and then all products. And then you can click on your product and then you will get an overview of the information that you have submitted. And here you can see both price and sale price submitted. So once these are added and they are valid, so an invalid sale price would be, for example, if it has existed for a whole year. Obviously that is no longer a sale price and Google will not show that as a sale price. So only a sale price would be when in the recent history you have sold the item at its original price and then you drop it down with a sale price for an extended period of time. Now, I don't know how long you can have the sale price for it to be no longer eligible, but if we compare it against the promotions, so you can submit a promotion for no longer than 6 months, I would assume it will be 6 months. The next annotation are conversions. Yes, you can show conversions on your ads. Now, the majority of merchants may not want to show that because that can influence or help your competitors in finding good selling products or know about how you are selling, and that can provide a disadvantage in your competitiveness, but it can also increase the CTR and thus increase the conversions. So it is a touch and go. I would recommend that you test it for a month or 2 months and then compare the data before and after. To enable this, you will want to go to the gear icon and then select conversion settings and make sure that you have a conversion added either through Google Analytics or a web source code. Then once you have enabled this, you will see that you get a second option which shows show numeric annotations. So you can check or uncheck this depending on if you want to share this data with everybody on the Google Ads or free listings. Then we have special offers. Special offers are basically promotions that you add within your Google Merchant Center account. So both in Google Merchant Center Classic or Next, you go to the promotions options. For Google Merchant Center Classic, you will just have at the bottom a button called promotions, but in Classic, you need to click on marketing and then click on promotions. If in case you're using Google Merchant Center Next and you cannot enable this, then you go to the gear icon, add-ons, and here, if it's not already enabled, you can add the promotions. And if we go to active, you will see that it is added here, promotions. There we go. And then in the bottom here, underneath marketing, it will add the button promotions. So if you don't see it, make sure to go to gear icon and then add-ons and then enable it. And then to add a promotion, you just click on the add button and then add all your details. Make sure that the promotion is not longer than 6 months. And every promotion that you submit have different rules. For example, if you want to submit a shipping discount, such as free shipping, then you have to add a promotion code. You cannot do it without a code. But for example, if it's like, let's say 20% discount, you can submit it either with a code or without a code. Of course, make sure that the promotion is no longer than 6 months. Then we have product ratings. This is also available both in Google Merchant Center Next and Classic. And what you need to do is either submit a product review feed in Google Merchant Center, or if it's a third-party aggregated platform, in most cases, these reviews are automatically collected by Google on a periodic basis. So in this case, you don't need to do anything, but it's best to double check with your aggregator platform support system to see if it's automatic or that you need to submit a feed. If you want to submit a feed, you go to Google Merchant Center, go to Marketing, and then Product Reviews, and you can add your feed here. So you just click on Review Feeds and link everything up, and then you can see all your reviews here. And in Google Merchant Center Next, you can also go to add-ons as shown before, and you can add product ratings, or if you want, you can also use Google Customer Reviews. The only downside with using Google Customer Reviews is that you cannot reply, which can be an issue when you want to reply to your customers if it's a positive or negative review. So that is one downside, unfortunately. And then we have the variant attributes. This means that you will get a little drop-down menu within your listing that can show the different, for example, sizes, colors, materials, patterns, age group, etc. To do this, you simply need to add the item group ID that matches for every single product, and then add one of the variant options, for example, the size. As we can see here, we have a glove that has 3 different sizes, and that means that we need to submit the item group ID attribute with the same value. For example, with Shopify, we would just submit this part here that we can see, Shopify underscore GB underscore and then the digits, and that will be the same for all variants. And then you submit the size attribute, so in this case 9.5, then 8.5, and then 9. And now something new that Google has released is the automated product highlights. This highlight can be visible just below the reviews and above the Shop Now button. And this snippet is actually collected from either the review or the description. This cannot be controlled, so it's fully automated. But if you have very positive, good reviews or a very good highlight or feature within your description, this will be then pulled from your data. And now for the free listings only, we have the top quality store badge. This is available for Google Merchant Center Classic at the moment, which you can see here. So as you can see, we have an exceptional rating, and this is caused by having a mix of good, low, exceptional, etc. So the perfect combination of which score rating will get you the badge is not really known, because it's something that Google only knows. But I would recommend that you aim for a 10 out of 10 score. So if you see that you're like 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, and you can see that you can improve, for example, the delivery time or the shipping costs, then you can change that. For example, the shipping costs, lower the shipping costs, and then that will be a higher rating. Every time that you change something, make sure that you wait 1 month, because it's known that Google requires 3 weeks of data to update the shopping experience scorecard. So I would say just make a change, wait a month, and then see the results. And then depending on your score rating, so if you have everything, these 3 boxes, for example, 10 out of 10, and then you've got something here, beta, which will in the future also be included, which is of course the how high your resolution images are. And then if you have 5 or more or 8 images per product. And then also the website speed is also taken into consideration. So this is in beta, but I wouldn't be surprised if next year this is released from beta. So make sure that you're prepared and that you are in exceptional rating. This doesn't only help the shopping ads from showing that you have a exceptional rating, so a top quality store badge, but it also helps with customers having a fast response on your website and thus less frustrated and more intent to buy your product. We then have the business identity, which is only for free listings. This means that you can show that you're either, for example, Asian owned, black owned, LGBTQ+, Latino, etc. Small businesses, veteran, women's owned. You can all enable that, and this is available for search and maps for the Asian owned and LGBTQ+ options. So in Google Merchant Center Classic, you can go to the gear icon, business information, and then scroll a little bit lower, and then you can enable it. And if you're using Google Merchant Center Next, you go to business info here on the left hand corner, and then just click edit business details, and then it will show up there. And now we come to the delivery and fulfillment annotations. So you can see that there's a date just beneath the ads on the estimated time that the items will be delivered. Now there are two areas that this is calculated from. So when you go to your shipping, it is in your shipping details that you have submitted that defines when the items are delivered, but also your data verification. So if you click here, you can submit your own verifications. You can either submit it manually down here, or you can use one of the third-party tools that are supported, and that will then help improve your accuracy in shipping details, because at the moment Google is quite inaccurate with showing the shipping details, even if you submit accurate shipping details within the settings. So to give Google more signals, I recommend that you link a third-party tool so that you can submit more data points to allow Google to show more accurate shipping dates. Then you have also the return policy. As you can see here, you've got free returns. So you can show that on paid and free ads. And all you need to do is go to the Returns tab, both in Google Merchant Center Classic and Next. You can add the returns details. Make sure when you submit the return details that they are identical to the information that you've submitted on your website. And then we have minimum order value. The minimum order value can be set in the shipping settings. So we will just click on our shipping, and then we will go directly to cost, and then we will have a switch to advanced setting. Then we click again advanced settings, and here you can add your minimum order value, which is optional. Free and fast delivery can also be shown, and that is based on the information that you submit in Google Merchant Center and on the verification data. As I explained earlier, you can submit your order history in the shipping settings. So to do this, you need to make sure you submit it, and then also ensure that the shipping settings are accurate so that you show fast delivery. And then this option will show within your paid ads and free listings. You can also see that there's a currency conversion. So that means that you have submitted the data for a local feed without the localization of the currency. For example, we have here $499.95, but I'm viewing the ad from Thailand because the merchant is advertising in foreign countries without localizing. So you can see here, in my case, THB for Thai baht. To enable this in Google Merchant Center Next, you go to Data Sources, which you can find by going to the gear icon, Data Sources. Under Actions, you click on the three dot menu and then just Edit Countries, and then you add it here. And in Google Merchant Center Classic, you go to Products, Feeds, click on your feed, Settings, and then click on the edit icon underneath target countries, and then here you can add it as well. Now, I would not recommend doing it this way because what you're doing is actually showing two prices, and merchants will know that you are not a local merchant, which means that the chances of a click and then a sale is less likely than if you're targeting the country with a local currency and a local language. So localization is always what I recommend. And if you're using Shopify, I would recommend that you use multi-feeds. That's a great app, has lots of features that allow you to use translations apps and the Shopify markets to localize for every country, and that will increase your ability to get clicks. Not only that, localizing also allows Google to show you more impressions, because if you don't localize, actually Google limits you to, for example, around 10% of traffic impressions potential compared to localizing. And now we have the price drop. A price drop is actually where you have a normal price and you've sold it for quite a long time, and then all of a sudden you drop it down to a different price. Then you will get the price drop tag on your shopping ads or free listings. You can also submit local promotions. That can be done in Google Merchant Center Promotions, so you can set it up there as well. You also have regional availability and pricing. Now this is a little bit more complicated because it requires you to modify your website to accept a query string, which is the region ID, so that you can highlight the regional pricing based on the query string that Google has submitted. So Google will detect where the consumer is located. So the region ID allows you to then show the different prices based on the location of the user. So we get, for example, a map here, and then you can see a different price based on where they are located. And then when the ad is clicked on, it goes to your landing page, and you need to be able to show then the price for that region ID that you have submitted. And this is a little bit more complicated, but you can set it up even in Shopify. You just need to use a third-party app that allows you to collect the region ID and then show different prices and availability. You can then show pickup today or curbside pickup, and this is done by going to the local inventory ad setup and clicking on tools and then selecting pickup today as the option. You can also have pickup later, and that can be done if you change the pickup SLA to a different date. So for example, next day, 2 day, 3 day, etc. You also have on display to order. To enable this, you need to change the availability to on display to order in your local product inventory feed. You can also have same-day delivery. In this case, you need to change the transit time and the handling time to 0 within your Google Merchant Center settings, or if you're submitting the transit time and handling time in the data feed, then you set that to 0, and then this option will be available. And just to show you how that works, as you can see here, then the order handling time will be 0, 0, and then transit time will be 0, 0, and then save that. That will be applicable to all the products. Of course, if you have only specific products that it applies to, either use shipping labels to match that to the products, or you could submit it individually in the product feed. And now we have some extra annotations that Google doesn't officially share. So we also have Great Pick. As you can see, it's nicely highlighted in a different color. And then when you hover over it, it actually shows you that this product and store are highly rated and the price is competitive. That means that you should have good product reviews, good seller reviews, and also a very competitive price. Once you meet all these three aspects, then you can have this great pick. I think this is pretty cool if you have a very good store and good service. We also can see you can have the used tag or refurbished tag next to the price. To submit this, you simply need to change the condition to used or refurbished. Obviously, if it's a new product, do not set it to used or refurbished because you will get a lot less traffic. Then we have product features. This will be pretty much out of the control of normal resellers that are not the manufacturer themselves. This information is submitted via the Google Manufacturer Center. So if you're not the manufacturer, then obviously you cannot show these tags, and it's only available to those merchants. So if you're a merchant, you're a reseller and a manufacturer, then you can add product details within the data feed, which then eventually will show up on your ads. Please note this will also then show up for every reseller if it's detected to be the same product. And then lastly, we have below typical. This is a feature that shows you how much the price is below the competitive pricing. So in this case, you can see it's $110.84 and that the below typical price is set at $6.72. That means that competitors are averaging the sale at $117. So that is also a pretty cool feature. And that is how you submit Google Shopping annotations. Some features will be more complicated than others, so feel free to reach out to me if you need any assistance in setting these up. I've done pretty much all of them, and so that is quite easy for me to understand what needs to be done. So feel free to reach out in the comments below through email or through the community, whichever option that you prefer. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.